أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربي زدني علما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to LQ Milton class number 25. Today's class agenda is very simple. We started lesson number 13 for the last 2 weeks, and this is our third week. So what we will try to achieve in today's class is to finish lesson 13. In the last 2 classes we did a hadith, and when we also analyzed the dua that usually we recite in our salah. From next class, after finishing class number 13, inshallah we will try and ponder upon Suratul Asr, but not in this class. Today's goal is just to finish lesson number 13. What are we learning in lesson number 13? We are learning about rulers. We learned in lesson number 13 so far that there is a regular pattern for rulers and there is a broken pattern for the rulers. Rulers can be masculine gender, rulers can be feminine gender. Just a quick recap. When we talk about English grammar, the regular pattern or the sound pattern for making a plural is to add an s. For example, if I say cup, the plural is cups. If I say pen, the plural is pens. If I say book, the plural is books. But when I say child, it is children. So this is not a regular pattern, this is a broken pattern, right? And this phenomena occurs in many languages. Similar phenomena occurs in Arabic language as well. For example, when we talk about masculine gender, because there are 3 parts to lesson number 13. The first part is dedicated to the masculine gender, which we have already finished. The second part is dealing with feminine gender, which we are doing right now, and the third part is mix and match both feminine and masculine gender for our own understanding. Today we will finish inshallah part 2 and part 3. So when it comes to the masculine gender, the regular pattern, or what we called Jama Muzakkar Salim, sound masculine plurals, is like that. When I say Mudarrisun, it will be Mudarrisuna. When I say Muhandisun, it will be Muhandisuna. When I say Muslimun, it will be Muslimuna, right? But when I say tajirun, then it will be tujjarun. When I say kabirun, it will be kibarun. When I say saghirun, it will be sigharun. So, the broken plurals or jama muzakkar taksir, we don't, if you don't remember this concept or this term, don't worry about it. So, the patterns for jama muzakkar taksir or broken plurals for masculine gender, there are many patterns. In lesson number 13, Dr. Saab introduced some of the most widely used patterns. We don't have to memorize them. It will, with practice, will sink in into our mind automatically. So, that should be okay. Don't worry about that. So, that is about the masculine gender plurals. With feminine gender, in the last class, class number 24, we talked about, for example, if it is Muslimun, how do I make it feminine gender? I would add a ta marbuta. That is a normal way or most common way of making a feminine gender from the masculine gender. So, Muslimun will become Muslimatun, Muslimatun. Mudarrisun will become Mudarrisatun. Muslimatun, how do I make plural? That is a singular. How do I make plural? I will add an alif and I will open the gol ta. The ta is round and I will just open it like this. So, this is a gol ta, the round ta, and I just open it up with addition of an alif. That is how I do it. So, this is what I call or we call jama muannas salim, the sound feminine plurals, right? Sound regular pattern, but similar to masculine, there are broken pattern as well as in feminine gender as well. That is what we have learned so far. This is all lesson number 13 is all about. The second concept which we learned is haza. Haza is used for masculine gender. Hazihi will be used for feminine gender. We know that. But when it comes to the plurals, regardless it haza or hazihi, the plural will be haulai. Haulai. Haulai will be used for both masculine and feminine, consistent throughout. But for singular is haza for masculine and for feminine hazi. Similarly, ismu ishara lil ba'id or ismu ishara, the nouns of demonstration for things that are far from us, for masculine gender we use zalika, for feminine gender we use tilka. But when it comes to the plurals, it is ulaika, regardless it is masculine gender or it is feminine gender. So, we have learned those. This is just a quick recap. So, let us go to lesson number 13. We have done part number 1, we are starting part number 2. We have done few exercises for part number 2, but that is fine, we can redo them just to refresh our minds. We will start with the main lesson. It is page number 74, page number 74 of the book. We will start with now similar to what we did in part number 1, we threw some curveballs here and there. We will try to do the same thing in part number B as well. Start. The first one, again this is a conversation happening between two people. Man haulai. Haulai. Haulai means these and ulaika mean those, right. So, man haulai, who are these? Al fatayatu, haulail fatayatu. What is the meaning of fatayatu? Young females, young females. Ya Maryam, O Maryam. Who are these young females, Ya Maryam? The answer is Hunna Zamilati. Now, what is the plural, what is the masculine gender of colleague is zamilun. Zamilun. What is the what is the plural for zamilun? Zumalau, which is a broken pattern, right? Which is a broken pattern. Make this zamilun into feminine gender. Zamilatun. Zamilatun. Make the plural of zamilatun. Zamilatun. Zamilatun in that pattern, right? So the question is man haulail fatayatu ya Maryam, who are these young females, O Maryam? The answer is hunna zamilati. Zamilatun will become zamilati. What is the meaning? They are my colleagues. This is a jumla ismiya. Hunna is your mubtada, zamilatu is your khabar, wa huwa mudaf, and ya mutakallim mudaf alayh. They are my colleagues. Akhawatu hunna. What is this hamzatu istifham, particle of interrogation? Are they sisters? Akhawatu hunna. The answer is naam, harful jawab, yes. Hunna akhawatun. They are sisters, right? Man abuhunna. Man abuhunna. Now we are dealing in feminine gender at this time. So let's say if instead of this conversation happening in feminine gender, again throwing a curveball, this conversation is happening in masculine gender, then hunna will change into hum, and then we can change the nouns accordingly. We will use the masculine nouns, right? So naam hunna akhawatun, yes, they are sisters. Man abuhunna, who is their father? Man abuhunna. If I want to change this sentence man abuhunna to masculine gender, what would I do? Man abuhum, right? Man abuhum. Or for example, the sentence before that, naam hunna akhawatun, they are, yes, they are sisters. If I want to change this into masculine gender, what would I say? Naam hum ikhwatun. Akhun, brother, ikhwatun, brothers. So I would say naam hum ikhwatun. So we are only doing this reciprocal exercise just to sharpen our mind, just to reinforce this concept so that we understand it correctly. The answer is about the father. Abuhunna, their father. Ash-shaykhu is ash-shaykh. Now what kind of jumla is this? This is jumla ismiya. Abu is your mubtada, wa huwa mudaf, and hunna is mudaf alayh, right? That's simple. Where is the khabar? Ash-shaykhu. Now ash-shaykhu is the khabar. What is the grammatical value of bilalun? Badal. If you catch that, alhamdulillah, very good. It's badal. Because what is the litmus test for badal? If you remove the mibdal minhu, or we are not used to this term, which is the ash-shaykhu, and if I say abuhunna bilalun, then it is still correct. Or if I remove bilalun, I would say abuhunna ash-shaykhu. Same thing. Ash-shaykhu and bilalun are substitute for each other, right? And bilalun is the badal, substitute. Ummuhunna. Sorry, before we do that, let's say if I want to change this sentence into masculine gender. Just sharpen. Think about it. Abu Hunna will become Abu Hum. Ash-Shaykhu Bilalun. Next one, Ummu Hunna Ustazati. Ummu Hunna, their mother, is Ustazati, my teacher. Aina Baytuhunna, where is their house? Aina Baytuhunna, where is their house? The answer is Baytuhunna qaribun minal madrasati. It's very simple. Baytuhunna, Baytu is your mubtada, wa huwa mudaf, hunna mudaf alayh. And what is qaribun? Khabar. And minal madrasati, jarun wa majrurun. That's it. Because khabar already came. Khabar already came in terms of mufrad. Qaribun. The answer is their house is near from the school. So that's the main lesson. Let's do the tamarin, the exercises. Let's look at the example. Hazihi baytun. Hazihi bintun. Hazihi bintun. This is a daughter. Make it into a plural. Haulai banatun. Bintun banatun. Bintun banatun. Using the same example, we have to solve what's given in the exercise. Hazihi talibatun. Now make it into plural. Hazihi will be changed into haulai, and talibatun will change into talibatun. Right? Hazihi mudarrisatun. Haulai mudarrisatun. Hazihi tabibatun. Haulai tabibatun. Hazihi muslimatun. Haulai muslimatun. What kind of pattern is that? Jama, Muannas, Salim. They are all coming into a regular pattern, right? They are all coming to regular pattern. Hazihi zawjatun, haulai zawjatun. Now comes the broken patterns. Hazihi ukhtun. Make it into plural. Haulai akhawatun. Hazihi fatatun. Haulai fatayatun. Hazihi jadidatun. Haulai jududun. Hazihi kabiratun. Haulai kibarun. Hazihi saghiratun. Haulai sigarun. Hazihi tawilatun. Haulai tiwalun. We did this exercise in a minute or two. Strongly recommend that we should write this exercise, because writing will make us perfect and the concept will sink in more into our mind. Write it down. Exercise number 2. Ikra waktub. Read and write. Haulai ikhwati. Akhun, ikhwatun. Akhun means brother, ikhwatun means brothers. Haulai ikhwati. These are my brothers. Haulai is your mubtada. Ikhwati is your khabar, wa huwa mudaf, and ya mutakallim mudaf alayh. Wa haulai akhawati, and these are my sisters. Now, what exactly Dr. Saab is trying to teach us in this sentence? Regardless is masculine or it is feminine, we are using haulai. That's what Dr. Saab is saying. right. But if we are dealing in singulars, then instead of haulai using for both genders, we will use haza for masculine and hazihi for feminine gender. Number 2, man haulail fatayatu, who are these young females? Abuhunna tabibun, abuhunna tabibun, their father, sorry, the haulai banatul mudarrisatun. I just jumped. Sorry about that. Haulai banatul mudarrisat, banatul mudarrisati. Why mudarrisati? Because the compound is mudaf alayh, right. So, who are these young females? The answer is haulai. These are banatu, daughters. Why not banatun? Because this is mudaf, and mudaf cannot have a tanween, and mudaf cannot have an al. So, haulai banatul mudarrisati, these are daughters of the teacher. Now, mudarrisati, female teacher, it is a female teacher. Next one, haulail fatayatu zamilati, haulai mubtada. What is the grammatical value of al fatayatu? Badal, badal. Who are these are young, these young females? Zamilati are my colleagues or class fellows, we can say class fellows as well. Abuhunna tabibun, abuhunna tabibun, their father is a doctor. Wa ummuhunna mudarrisatun, and their mother is teacher, female teacher. If I want to change this sentence into a masculine, what is the masculine for fatayatu? Fatatun. Fatan, young person. Fatatun, sorry, not fatatun, it's fityatun. Fityatun is the plural for fatan. So, haulai fitatun zumulai, zamilun zumulau. So, zumulau will become zumulai. Abuhum tabibun wa ummuhum mudarrisatun. So, I will change the damirun muttasilun. Aina talibatul jududu, where are new students, female students? The answer is zahabna ilal maktabati. Zahabna. What kind of jumla is this? Jumla felia. Jumla felia. Zahabna ilal maktabati, they went to the library. Now, zahabna, where is the fail? Zahaba, where is the file? Nunun niswa. Nunun niswa is the file, and ilal maktabati is jarun wa majrurun. They went to the library. Aina banatuki ya ammati, where is your daughter? Oh my auntie, right? Auntie. Ammati is your brother's, is your father's sister, father's sister. Hunna fil matbakhi, they are in the kitchen. Next one, haula'il mumarridatu muslimatun, are these nurses Muslim? Haula'il mumarridatun, what is the meaning of mumarridatu? Nurses. Muslimatun, answer is na'am, yes. Number 7, haula'i tabibatun, these are female doctors. Azwajuhunna mudarrisuna. Azwajuhunna mudarrisuna. Their spouses are teachers. Next one, number 8. Man hazihil mar'atu. Who is this lady? Hiya, she, zawjatut tabibi. She is wife of the doctor. Al jadidi, not just simple doctor, new doctor. So, let us analyze this sentence. Where is the mubtada? Hiya. Where is the khabar? Zawjatu. Zawjatu is the khabar. Wahuwa mudaf and at-tabibi is mudaf alayh. What is the grammatical value of al-jadidi? Not. Right? At-tabibi al-jadidi. Number 9. Abanatuka fil madrasati. Abanatuka fil madrasati sanaviyati ya Usama. What is this Hamzatu istifham. Banatu banatuka, because we are talking to Usama. Abanatuka, are your daughters fil madrasati sanaviyati, are in secondary school, O Usama? Now he is answering ba'duhunna fil madrasati sanaviyati wa ba'duhunna fil madrasati mutawassitati. Now, in first section we used ba'duhum. Similar kind of sentence came, we use ba'duhum, but in this section we are dealing with feminine gender. So, ba'duhum will become ba'duhunna because we are talking about daughters of Usama. Ba'duhunna, some of them are in secondary school and some of them are in middle school. Next one, we are talking to Laila. So, alaki banatun ya Laila. Do you have daughters, O Laila? Answer is naam, yes. Li banatun kibarun. Yes, I have big daughters. Kabirun kibarun, saghirun sigharun. Broken pattern. Wahunna talibatun bil jamiati, and they are students of the university. Number 11. Man haula in nisa'u tiwalu. Who are these? What is al nisa'u? Ladies. If I say ladies, al nisa'u, what is the singular? Mir'atu, lady. Man haula in nisa'u at-tiwalu. Who are these tall ladies? Hunna tabibatun min America. Hunna tabibatun min, they are doctors from America. Last one, at-tabibatu kharajna minal mustashfa. At-tabibatu, tabibatun, tabibatun, and if I wait add al there, at-tabibatu, the doctors, the female doctors, kharajna minal mustashfa, left from the hospital. Now, let us analyze this sentence. This is a jumla ismiya. Where is the khabar? Where is the mubtada? At-tabibat. Where is the khabar? Jumla failure. Now, remember, khabar is of 5 type. We have already done that concept. So, khabar can be a jumla failure, khabar can be a jumla ismiya, khabar can be a jarun wa majrurun, khabar can be a zarf shibu jumla, and khabar can be mufrad. Those are the 5 types. Here the khabar is jumla failure, because after at-tabibatu comes kharajna, fail, right? Kharaj is your fail. Where is the file? Na is the file. Kharajna minal mustashfa. So, whenever there is an action, there has to be a doer of the action, which means whenever there is a fail, there has to be a file there. So, what is the grammatical value of min al mustashfa? Jarun wa majrurun, that is it, no khabar, because this is kharajna min al mustashfa itself is a complete jumla failure coming as a khabar for kharajna, for at tabibatu, for at tabibatu. Number 3, Iqra al misal summa hawwil jumla al atiyati mislahu. So, look at the example and then solve the following sentences. Zainabu kharajat min al fasli. Zainabu kharajat min al fasli. What is the translation? Zainab left from the class. Kharaja, kharaja, kharaju, kharajat, kharajata, kharajna, kharajta, kharajtuma, kharajtum, kharajti, kharajtuma, kharajtunna, kharajtu, kharajna. Right. So, here we are talking about here. So, Zainabu kharajat min al fasli. Zainab left from the class. The next one is Zainabu wa Aminatu wa Maryamu kharajna min al fasli. Now, we are talking in plural forms. So, kharajat will become kharajna. Now, number 1, al mudarrisatu mudarrisatu zahabat ilal fasli. Zahabat ilal fasli. The female teacher zahabat went to the class. Now, just make it in a plural form. Al mudarrisatu will become al mudarrisatu, and then zahabat will become zahabna. Al mudarrisatu zahabna ilal fasli. The female teachers went to the class. Number 2, at-talibatul jadidatu jalasat fil fasli. The new female students jalasat, the new female student jalasat sat fil fasli in the class. Make it plural. At-talibatu will become at-talibatu. What is the plural of al-jadidatu? Al-jududu. At-talibatul jududu jalasna. Jalasna, because jalasat will become changed into jalasna fil fasli. Bintu Muhammadin zahabat ilal madrasati. Banatu Muhammadin zahabna ilal madrasati. Simple as that. The next exercises are very easy. We have 3 choices given: haza, hazahi and haulai. We had done this exercise in class number 24, but we will quickly do that. When I say akhi, my brother, what should I use? Haza, hazahi or haulai? Haza. Ukhti, my sister, hazahi. Rijalun, haulai. Mudarrisuna, haulai. Talibatun, haulai. Ummi, hazahi. My mother, hazahi. Abi, haza. Talibatun, hazahi. Tabibatun, haulai. Tujjarun, haulai. Just write it down. Next one, exercise number 5. We have again given 4 choices here: huwa, hiya, hum or hunna. Based on who are we talking about? Man hazar rajalu, who is this man? Mudarrisun, masculine, singular, we use huwa. Aina talibatu fil fasli, we are talking about females. Plurals, we use hunna. Man haula'il fityatu, hum abna'ul mudarrisu, they are sons of the teacher. Aina talibatul jadidatu, we are talking about the new female student, we use hiya, hiya fil maktabati. Man haulain nasu. Who are these people? Hujjajun min al Hindi. Hum hujjajun min al Hindi. Ainat tabibatu. Where are the female doctors? Fil mustashwal viladati. Hunna fil mustashwal viladati. Very good. Man hazal waladul lazi kharaja min baytuka. Huwa ibnu akhi. Huwa will be used here. Min aina haulai ad-duyuf. Minar riyad. So we say hum minar riyad. Number 9. Man aina haulai mumarridatun minal Philippini. We used hum, huwa, hiya, hum or hunna. Hunna minal Philippini. And number 10 is man hazahil fitatun. The answer is hiya bintul mudarrisati. Hiya bintul mudarrisati. Write it down. Number 6, we have to bring the plurals for the next ones. Ukhtun, sister, akhawatun. Bintun, banatun. Muslimatun, muslimatun. Tabibatun, tabibatun. Tabibun, atibba'u. You see, atibba'u is a broken one. Zawjun, azwajun. Zawjatun, zawjatun. Fitatun, fatayatun. Kabiratun, kibarun. Tawilatun, tiwalun. Jadidatun, jududun. Akhun, ikhwatun. Kabirun, kibarun, jadidun, jududun. All of these plurals are discussed either in this section or in the previous section. So, this nothing difficult here. The important thing is to write them down, because there is a space there for us to write them down, so that we learn this concept. The next one is a chart, small chart. We already know what this chart is all about. Asmaul ishara lil qarib. Haza talibun. Haulai tullabun. Hazihi talibatun. Haulai talibatun. What Dr. Saab is trying to teach us, it doesn't matter when it comes to plural, either it's masculine or feminine, we used haulai. We have learned this lesson. Al kalimatul jadidatu. Az zawju, azwajun. Al mar'atu, nisaun. Al mar'atu biduni al imra'atun. Okay. So, this is what Dr. Saab is trying to tell us. Imra'atun is singular, but when we bring biduni al, when we bring al, the hamza will go away. When we bring al, the hamza will go away and it will be al mar'atu. That's all. Biduni al means when it comes, the hamza will go away. That's all Dr. Saab is trying to teach us, a spelling rule here. And qaribun means near. Third and the last part, we have about 20 minutes left in the class. So, inshallah we will try and finish the last section of lesson number 13, which is basically the mix and match. We already know the concepts. We have already practiced the masculine gender. We have already practiced the feminine gender. Now, we are doing the mix and match. Haulai ikhwati. Akhun ikhwatun. Haulai ikhwati. These are my brothers. Wa ulaika asdiqai. And those are my friends. Those are my friends. Haulai is for ismu ishara lil qarib. Aulaika is ismu ishara lil ba'id. Man ulaika rijalu tiwalu. Who are those? Not these. Who are those? Ar rijalu. Rajalun rijalun. Who are those? Attiwalu, tall men, MEN, men. Hum Attibba'u min America. Tabibun is singular, Attibba'u is plural, broken pattern. They are doctors from America. Man ulaika nisa'u. Who are those ladies? Hunna ummahatu talibatu. Hunna ummahatu talibati. They are mothers of female students. Aba'u tullabi indal mudiri. Father of the students are with the headmaster. Aulaika nisa'u khalatuki ya Maryam. Now we are talking to Maryam. Aulaika nisa'u, are these ladies? Khalatuki ya Maryam, are your aunties, O Maryam? What is khalatuki? Khalatu is the sister of your mother, sister of your mother. But she is saying la, no. Hunna ammati. They are my aunts, but the sisters of your father. Hunna ammati. Haulai attibba'u. These are doctors. Wa ulaika muhandi suna, and those are engineers. These are doctors and those are engineers. Haulai rijalu fuqara'u. These men are poor. Wa ulaika aghniya'u, and those are rich. Ghaniyun aghniya'un, faqirun fuqara'u. Ulaikat tullabu. These students, di'afun. Da'ifun, weak. Di'afun is the plural for weak. So we are saying ulaikat tullabu di'afun. Those students are weak. Man ulaika rijalu. Who are those men? The answer is hum wazarau. Wazirun, minister. Wazarau, ministers. They are ministers. Let's go to the exercises. Look at the example, and learning from the example we have to solve the sentences given in the exercises. Zalika rajulu mudarrisun. That man is a teacher. Ulaika rijalu mudarrisuna. Zalika, make it plural, ulaika. Rajulun, make it plural, rijalun. Mudarrisun, make it plural, mudarrisuna. Right? Ulaika rijalu mudarrisuna. Those men are teachers. Same thing. Man zalikal fatin. Who is that young fellow? Man ulaikal fityatu. Man ulaikal fityatu. Man aina zalikal mudarrisu. Man aina ulaikal mudarrisuna. So zalika will change into ulaika, mudarrisun will change into mudarrisuna. Tilkal fatatu bintu tabibi. Tilka will change into ulaika. Al fatatu will change into fatayatu. Bintu will change into banatu. And if you want to change, at tabibu will be atibba'u. Haza talibu min Inkaltarra wa zalika min Faransa. So haza will change into haulai. At talibu will change into at tullabu min Inkaltarra, and zalika will change into ulaika min Faransa. What is the meaning of that? This student is from England and that is from France. Azalikal muhandisu muslimun. Is that engineer a Muslim? Zalika will change into ulaika. Al muhandisu will change into muhandisuna. Muslimun will change into muslimuna. Simple. Hazihil mar'atu mumarridatun wa tilka tabibatun. Now hazihi will change into haulai. Al mar'atu will change into an nisa'u. Mumarridatun will change into mumarridatun. Wa tilka will change into ulaika, and tabibatun will change into tabibatun. Simple. Number 7. Man hazal waladu tawilu. Who is this tall boy? Man, haza will change into haulai. Al waladu will change into al auladu. At tawilu will change into at tiwalu. That's all. I mean, we already know these plurals. All we are doing is just practicing. That's all we are doing here. Number 8. Tilkal fitatul saghiratun ukhtu hamidin. Tilka will change into al fatatu will change into fatatun. As saghiratun will change into sigharun. Ukhtun will change into akhawatun, and hamidin. Next page. Number 9. Tilkal mar'atu ummut talibatu. Tilka will change into ulaika. Al mar'atu will change into an nisa'u. Ummu will change into ummahatun. At talibatun will change into at talibatu. And the last one, Zalikar rajulu tajirun kabirun minal mamlakatil arabiyatil saudiyati. Zalika will change into ulaika. Ar rajulu will change into rijalu. Tajirun will change into tujjarun. Kabirun will change into kibarun. Simple as that. Number 2, we have 3 choices here. Either we can use zalika, tilka, or ulaika. So when I say talibun, which one would I use? This is plural? No, this is singular. Is this masculine? It is masculine. So I would use zalika. Tujjarun, plurals, ulaika. Mudarrisatun, ulaika. Tabibatun jadidatun, tilka. Ummahatut talibati, ulaika. Abaut tullabu, ulaika. Fallahun, zalika, because this is a farmer. Fallahun, fallahuna is the plural. Ummu Muhammadin, mother of Muhammad, tilka. Siddiqi, my friend, zalika. Akhawati, ulaika. Ikhwati, ulaika. Number 3. Now, hati jamal kalimatil atiyati, the following words bring the jamaat, bring the plurals. Hati means bring. Ummu, ummahatun. All of these are repeated one after another, like these plurals. I mean, we have already done these plurals in the previous exercise. Ummun, ummahatun. Abun, abau. Imra'atun, nisaun. Ammatun, ammatun. Da'ifun, di'afun. Wazirun, wazara'u. Ismun, asma'u. Now, the beauty of these plurals, for first time who are learning about these plurals, it may seem a bit confusing where we use the sound, the regular pattern, where we would use the broken pattern. But as we go along in our studies, these patterns will automatically start to make sense and put into, as we go along, it will automatically be patternized in our brain. So, do not worry about it if we do not get it the first time when we are learning them. Next, number 4 is ikra waktub, read and write. Astiqau, Aghniyau, Aqwiyau, Atibbau. Where is the pattern? Af'ilau. The pattern is Af'ilau. Dr. Sahab is trying to tell us, because there are patterns there. When there are patterns, the pattern will come in Quran, we will immediately be able to identify that this pattern is coming for broken plural. Fuqara'u, Zumala'u, Wazara'u, Ulama'u. The pattern is Fu'ala'u. Now, again Dr. Sahab is telling us a chart. Al asma'ul isharatu lil ba'id, the nouns, the pronouns for demonstration for things that are far from us. Al muzakkir zalika talibun, ulaika tullabun. Al muannas tilka talibatun, ulaika talibatun. So, it does not matter whether it's plural, whether it's masculine or feminine. In the plural sense, it is always used as ulaika. Muhammadun zahaba, Muhammadun wa Hamidun wa Aliyun zahabu, Maryamu zahabat, Maryamu wa Aminatu wa Fatimatu zahabna. So, we just change zahaba into zahabu for masculine, and we change zahabat into zahabna for feminine. And the last one is al kalimatul jadidatu, new words. Da'ifun, ummun, ummahatun, abun, abaun. Da'ifatun is for, or da'afun, both are true. Now, for da'ifun, da'afun and da'ifatun are both true. Qawiyun, aqwiyau, alimun, ulamau. For da'ifun and da'ifatun, da'afun is the jama, and for alimun is ulamau, for qawiyun is aqwiyau. Okay, so this brings end to our lesson number 13. For section 2 and section 3, part B and part C of this lesson, we finish it in 1 hour, but I think the concept is very clear. All we are learning is the plurals. The recommendation here is to go back to this lesson and practice it, because very frequently the plurals are used in the Quran. So, when they come in, if they are on a pattern of sound plurals, we should be immediately able to identify them. But when they come in a pattern of a broken plural, then we should be prepared for them, and the broken pattern comes with practice. Inshallah, next class, class number 26, we will, even though we do not have many tools in our toolkit at this time, but whatever we have learned, we will try to introduce some new concepts which are basically discussed in book number 3, but they are easy concepts. We can talk about it in this class because our minds are getting used to the language. We will try and do Suratul Asr, inshallah, and there are deep meanings and many emotions which we never had experienced when it comes to Suratul Asr. We will just try to discover only few of them, not all of them, because we do not have all the tools at this time, but whatever the easy concept, whatever tools we have, we will try to discover some of the emotions behind Suratul Asr in the next class, inshallah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inshallah, we will see you in class number 26. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.